So for this, I'm going to start off with a stock steering rack that I ordered. It was like $80 or something. It's pretty cheap. But the one downside to this is the amount of travel this has. Like, it's decent, but I want more. So I'm going to show you how to modify these so you basically have unlimited suspension travel. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove these rubber sleeves because they're just going to get in the way and they might get damaged while I'm doing what I have to do. So they're just held on by these zip ties, so I'm just going to clip them off real quick. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to unscrew this ball joint because it's just screwed onto this. And I'm not going to lie to you, I already pulled this end off and it was pretty hard to do. All I did was take some of these vice grips and I just clamped them on really tight. And then I just rotated it off. So you'll just have to do that on both ends. And when you do that, you should be left with an end like this, which you can just weld onto or screw onto a heim joint if you have one. And this you can just throw away or save for later. Alright, so now I just cleaned off this with some WD-40 and then some all-purpose cleaner. So I'm going to weld these two together, and if you don't want to, you don't have to weld it. But if you have a heim joint that just threads onto this, it'll work a lot better because then you can like adjust your angle. But for this, I already have my steering rack at the angle that I need it. So I'm just going to weld it in place and it should work just fine. Okay, so I just made these 4 tabs, and what I'm going to do with these is I drilled a hole in them so they perfectly fit onto this. So if I stick a bolt through here, these should fit perfectly on. So I'm going to put 2 of them on, so it'll be like a fork. And then I'm going to take this bolt, which I sanded down 2 sides, and I'm going to put it like that and weld it on. So that way I'll have my other pivot point. Alright, I got this all cleaned up with the wire wheel, and I also cleaned these both up and they look pretty good actually. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to reassemble this, and since these you just fold it onto these bearings right here, and this doesn't really have that anymore, you could probably just put a zip tie around it just to hold it in place and it should work just fine. I don't have any zip ties right now with me though, so I'm just going to slide them on and I'll put zip ties on later. There we go. So I'm going to bolt these on now. I'd say it looks pretty nice. Well, there you guys have it. That's my new upgraded rack and pinion. So as you can see, I have all this travel, so I could literally slam the wheel up there if I really felt like it. Or I could just be like standing on my tippy toes, I guess. So you can see it moves very freely, and you have a little bit of wiggle to the sides, so when it like pushes and pulls, you don't have to worry about it. But yeah, if you guys liked the video, please give it a like. I know this isn't like my normal videos because usually my videos are more flashy, I guess, but I figured this would be helpful to a couple of you guys that are making your own go-karts and buggies. So if you found this helpful, give it a like. And if you guys want to follow up on the buggy build, I'll have that linked in the description. And as usual, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.